Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another episode of the Appalachian Outlaws Pulling Series here at Weakland's Mechanic Shop in Chest Springs, Pennsylvania. On today's episode, we have the hot rod diesel four-wheel drive trucks with the Outlaw farm tractors as well. Gonna be a great episode. Be sure to subscribe, and here we go. And kicking off today's show is going to be the Outlaw Farm Tractor Division. We're going to be kicking off the class with Dave Fisher. He is the current points leader in this class after 4 pulls. Let's see what he can do here. And a solid run put down. He's going to end up keeping the distance as well. 291.28 going to be the distance for him there. Got it going pretty good. Had a really smooth track to work with here being the first puller. And I bet he thought he couldn't get much better than that. He's pretty confident, so he's going to keep it. 291.28. And coming out on the track now, this is Steve Hanks, the 9th place tractor in the division so far for 2023. A good running case called Aggravation Case. Let's see what he can do here. Pulling it up, about to take off.
Calls that tractor Aggravation Case.
And we'll take a look at your replay here. 239.58 for Aggravation Case. The tractor just did not want to come completely to life for him there towards the middle portion of the track. That really hurt him on the distance, but A to B pass, and that keeps him in the top 10 for the points race so far in 2023. And next up, this is a new tractor for 2023. This is Zach Mitchell. The Mitchell pulling team started with a small block high output truck this year. Sold it. Now they have a John Deere. Let's see what they can do for the first ever Appalachian Outlaws hook for them.
A nice run laid down there by Zach Mitchell.
And not a bad maiden voyage. They've had a couple test hooks on this tractor so far in 2023. But a first hook ever on the point circuit's going to land them at 256.74. And I'm sure they will get better and better as they keep on hooking this tractor, figuring some things out. They'll be right up there at the top of the pack when it's all said and done. But a really good, respectable run down there for Zach Mitchell. And next up is going to be one of the top running tractors in the class. This is Rich Wymer. Currently number 8 in the points race for 2023. He missed out on a pull at Clark's Mills and at Cookport, so that's kind of setting him back a little bit, but let's see if he can make up some ground here. And not a bad run at all. And that's actually going to be enough to take over your lead here. We'll look at the replay in just a moment. 295.18. Had a big wheelie going for him there towards the starting line, but smoothed it out. Got a lot of track speed down through there. Veered off towards the right side of the track, spinning out 295.18. We'll see if it stands, but what a great run put down by Rich Wymer. But if there's anybody that can take the lead, it's going to be Butch Ansel. Here he is, a top running tractor, top 3 in the points race so far for 2023. Here he goes.
Look at a little double. Remember what his tractor was tonight when it got here and registered. They asked you what it was, and you were blank. So
Oh man, and a solid run put down. 299.15, gonna be the distance for him there, and he had a ton of track speed, spun out hard, ran the same line as Rich Wymer and just edged him out by about 4 feet. So not a bad run at all, and your new leader gonna be right there, Butch Ansel. Next up's gonna be Cavin Fogy, another top running tractor in this class. He's currently number 7 in the Appalachian Outlaws points race, and here he goes. Oh man, and I think that's going to be good enough to get him in the top 5 so far. 286.90, going to be the distance for him, and he's following that road down through there, giving it all she got. A great run put down and good enough for the top 5, 286.90.
Nice run, 286.9, 286.90 for Gavin here tonight.
Next up, going to be Dennis Trout, a good-looking tractor there. His maiden voyage for 2023. And his first ever run with the Appalachian Outlaws Pulling Series. Spooling it up, about to take off. Let's see if he can get out there. Distance to beat 299.15. Let's see if he has enough.
Not too bad of a run.
And there's his maiden voyage for you, 264.2. Just got it out of the shop and brought it to Weakland's. Got down the track, and he's going to edge out some competitors with that distance, but still about 30 feet shy of the leader. But a respectable run put down by Dennis Trout.
Well, not too bad of a run for the first time out of the barn here tonight. 206.
And here it is. Rumor has it, Mick Williams. He's been having a great 2023 season so far. He missed out on Cookport, but he made Listy and Clark's Mills, and man, he's on a tear. Let's see what he can do here.
International out of Somerset, PA.
And I'll tell you what, he did what he had to do there, 264.96. He had a really good takeoff, came out hard, had a good wheelie riding for him, didn't have as much power towards the end to keep spinning out like his competitors did. But man, when you look at the grand scheme of things and you look at the points race, this is going to get him creeping on the top 5, just knocking on their door and saying he's coming. So not a bad run at all, 264.96, and a solid finish there for him. Not bad. And next up is going to be Wes Banky. And this is a guy who's had an amazing 2023 season so far. He had a great finish at Cookport, an awesome finish at Listy, and he did very good at Clark's Mills. Let's see if he can keep the momentum going. Not bad at all. Going to get right up in there, less than 10 feet away from the top 3. 283.78. Going to be the final distance for him there. And man, he had a wild looking run there, but he finished strong. Got right up in there, and that's going to solidify a top 3 position in the points. And here's another really consistent tractor that might be able to do it. Nathan McGill with Mater. They've been battling a couple issues with this tractor so far for 2023. They think they got it all figured out. They had a great run just a couple weeks ago. Let's see if it goes.
Here in your Outlaw farm class here this season.
And not a bad run for him. He ran a very similar line to the other tractors, but instead of going to the right, he went to the left. 287.15 gonna be the final distance for him there. A solid run put down. Gonna be good enough for a top 5 spot so far. And next up, in your last pooler of the class, is gonna be Chris Banky. Just a couple weeks ago in Clarks Mills, Pennsylvania at Destination 300, he was way out there past 330 feet. He's going to have to come up with a monster pass like that again to take over the lead. Let's see what he can do here. And 299.15 gonna be the distance to beat. He barely misses it. 295.65, just about 4 feet shy of taking over that first place. But man, what a great run put down by him. And when it's all said and done, he's gonna be number 2 in the points race as well. So he did what he had to do there to keep on fighting for that points championship. But we'll take a look back here at your winning run. Butch Ansel, 299.15. for your winning run.
Butch coming to you, number 4 in points so far. To international fans, here you go. Butch had a little double. Remember what his tractor was tonight when it got here registered. They asked you what it was and you were blank.
So here's a look at your results for the Outlaw Farm Tractor Division. A great class of Outlaw Farm Tractors. Up next is going to be your hot rod diesel trucks. And next up on today's show is going to be the Hot Rod Diesel 4-Wheel Drive Truck Division. An exciting class of these trucks here tonight. And kicking it off is Garrett Brooks. He's currently tied for the 2023 points race with Brandon Kipple. So this is going to be a barn burner here tonight to see who can take over the lead. Spooling up, getting ready to take off. Let's see what he can do. And man, what a run to kick things off. 322.39. You saw him come off, and as soon as those tires got a spinning, he had a ton of track speed going down through there. Veered off towards the left side of the track and got it out there. And there's going to be your mark to beat.
An incredible first book here in the class. 322.39. 28 points below miles per hour.
And this is an exciting thing here. This is Jeremiah Callaway. This is his hot rod diesel 4-wheel drive debut here tonight. He said in the pits he just got the truck back together and was ready for its maiden voyage just a little bit ago. So he got it out on the track now. He's spooling up. Let's see what he can do here. His debut run in the hot rod diesel division. And I'll tell you what, for a maiden voyage down the track, not too bad. 288.92 gonna be the distance for him there. He got out there and started rolling a lot of black smoke out through the hood. 288.92.
288.92. 288.92.
And next up is going to be a veteran puller, Tom Birdie. He goes to a lot of truck pulls. He pecks at a lot of truck pulls. He drives his trucks at a lot of truck pulls. Let's see if the experience can pay off for him. This is White Trucks Matter, the Big Dog's truck sales powered machine. Here he goes. And I'll tell you what, he took a big gamble there. The leader went down the left side of the track there and got it out there really good, but Tom moved over, went down the right side of the track. Gonna hurt him a little bit and set him about 20 feet back from the leader cone so far. 296.1 gonna be the distance for him.
296.10. Good enough for the number 2 spot here in the class so far. 296.10.
And next up, this is a fan favorite in the Hot Rod Diesel division. This is Pocket Change, driven by Greg Slingloff. A top running truck in the division. Still looking for his first win in the 2023 season. So let's see if tonight's the night for him. Spooling up. Here he goes. Man, and that truck, it shut off at the end, but if he would have kept on going, I think he would have had it. 307.24, still a really good run laid down. Gonna be good enough for second place so far tonight. Not bad at all for the Pocket Change truck. You see him sitting there, 307.24.
Good enough for the number 2 spot.
And next up, this guy is also tied for the first place in the points. Brandon Kipple. A good-looking Dodge Cummins powered machine there. Let's see if he can take over the number 1 spot and number 1 in the points. Here he goes. And he's knocking on his door. Is it enough? We'll take a look right here at the replay in just a moment. 317.1. Gonna be about 5 feet shy of taking over the lead here. But man, a monster pass put down. He took the center portion of the track, veered off towards the left just a tiny bit, and man, that's going to be a tough truck to beat right there. So first place still 322.39. Second, Brandon Kipple 317.1. But here he is. This is Joe Espy, a top running truck in the division. He placed in the top 5 in points last year with the Appalachian Outlaws. So let's see what he can do. Spooling that Dodge Cummins up and taking off. Here he is, Bad Company, Joe Espy. And a solid run laid down, not quite enough to take over the lead, but I think he's going to be good enough for the top 5. We'll take a look at your replay here in a second, but the distance for him is going to be 305.04. That is going to be good enough for a top 5. Actually, a 4th place finish so far. So a really good run put down by him. We'll take a look at your replay one last time for Bad Company, Joe Espy.
Down there, man. 305.04, 305.04, 27.0.
And next up is going to be Damen Carter. This is a 2.6 Pro Street truck. He normally doesn't pull with the Appalachian Outlaws, but tonight he's here. He's going to see what he got. Look at that power stroke spooling up here. 322.39, the distance to beat. Let's see if he got what it takes. And the 05 Power Stroke's going to get out there at 287.88. A solid run put down, but man, he's going to be about 40 feet shy of the first place position tonight. but a respectable run put down. And next up, this is Jeff Wymer, a top running truck in the division. He had a couple wins in 2022, but looking for his first win in 2023. Tonight might be the night for him. This is the Sander Concrete Bad for Business. Oh man, and not what you want to see at all. He was gunning down the track, eyeing up that distance of 322.39, but man, had some bad luck there in the drive line. Going to be stopped at 214.26, which is going to bring up our next puller, Matt Barron. This truck's called Down to the Wire, making his second run on the Appalachian Outlaws circuit. And spinning out there at 298.55. This is a new truck for 2023, and man, is it running good so far. That down-to-the-wire Dodge is making a name for itself so far, creeping into the top 5. And we're towards the end of the class here, and no better way to finish it off than your 2022 points champion, Mike Panish with Bone Stock.
He was a 2.6 truck just 1 year ago. Put on the big turbocharger, and he was your points champion back in 2022 with the Appalachian Outlaws Pulling Series. The Green Mile truck.
Yep, Josh Borris' old truck. Used to have a lot of fun with Josh,
and man, not what you want to see here. Having a little bit of complications on the starting line, and a heartbreaking night here for the Panish pulling team. Getting towed off the track there, not what you want to see, but one thing you want to think of is that all the pullers get a drop hook if you're running for points. So this is a very heartbreaking thing for the Bone Stock team here tonight. But if they have a consistent 2023, they might be able to come back and win the points still. So there's still hope for that truck there, but just not what you want to see here tonight. So rounding out the class here tonight is going to be a Chevy 3500 driven by Pat Carfley. An open street diesel bumping up to the hot rod class. So a respectable run put down to 22.92. Going to be the distance for him, and that's going to round out the hot rod four-wheel drive class. Here he is, Garrett Brooks, your winning run. Let's take a look at the replay. Run put down. Congratulations to Garrett Brooks for getting that first place finish here tonight. We are just kicking off this class for the 2023 season, and it looks like this is going to be a barn burner. All these trucks very competitive with each other and showing promises for a great summer to come. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We just hit 600 subscribers. We're eyeing up 1,000 before the end of summer here, and we got to get it, guys. So if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in next week's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go anywhere, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 700 subscribers here on the Appalachian Outlaws channel. It would mean a lot if you would do that. Just hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. But today we have the big block, high output four-wheel drive trucks at Weakland's Mechanic Shop. This is going to be a great show, and the action kicks off right now. And here's your official lineup here at Weaklands. We have 20 trucks in the big block high output four-wheel drive class. This has been a very competitive class all season long, but here's a newcomer here. This is Brett Panetti with the Hammer Down truck. A solid running truck. You see him all across the central Pennsylvania portion of the country here, pulling all summer long. Let's see what he does against the Appalachian Outlaws. And a pretty solid run put down by him. 270.28 going to be the final distance. He is the first puller in the class, and he decided, well, that was good enough. That was as good as I can get. He's going to keep that distance, and that's going to set the mark to beat. And next up, this is one of the top running trucks, Mike Barr with the Sled Wrecker truck. He had a great finish at Listy just a couple weeks ago. Multiple first place finishes with Snyder County Truck and Tractor Pullers. A top running truck here. Getting ready to take off. Let's see how he does. And spinning out hard, he's going to take over the lead, no doubt about it. 291.28 for the Sled Wrecker. Got in it pretty fast, got a ton of track speed, and put about 20 feet on the current second place spot right now. Not a bad run. Next up's going to be Dennis Nicholson with the Wild Thing. This truck's been pulling for probably 25 years or more. Tons of pulling experience behind the wheel as well. 291 the mark to beat. Let's see if Dennis Nicholson can do it. And a solid run put down. We'll take a look at the replay. Just about 10 feet shy of the leader at 281.45 for him. Not a bad run put down at all, and these trucks are super competitive. We haven't had the same top 10, let alone the same top 5 trucks at any of the pulls this year so far. So they're going to stack up in there within 10 feet of each other. Not a bad run for the Wild Thing. And next up is your current top 3 position in the Appalachian Outlaws big block four-wheel drive class. This is the Younger taker, Ronnie Younger behind the wheel. He had a great run at Cookport about a month ago, took the #1 spot at Listy. He fell behind quite a bit, still landed in the top 8, did what he had to do to stay in the top position in the points. So number 3 right now in the big block class. Let's see if he can lay down a solid pass. Here he is, the Younger taker.
Knocking on the door. 289.61 for the Younger taker.
And spinning out 289.61. As you can see on the replay here, he took a long time to get into the full throttle position in that truck. Veered off towards the left side of the track. That's going to be good enough for the #2 spot, but about 2 feet shy from taking over the lead tonight.
Knocking on the door. 289.61 for the Younger taker.
And here he is. This is Terry Mostoller with the Roxbury Lunatic, a top running truck out of the Somerset, Pennsylvania area. Good looking old Ford there. He's had some great finishes so far in the 2023 season. Let's see if he can pull another one off here at Weaklands. Here he goes. Take a look at your replay there, but something not quite right in that truck. Gonna land him at 244.8. Able to get down the track and at least put up a good distance there. If he don't know already, the points go by total combined distance of the season, so these trucks got to get down the track and put some distance up if they want to stay close to that leader. And next up's Jason Barron, a good running truck. He calls it the Flying Farmer. Now this is a truck that's had multiple wins the past couple years as well. Good running square body Chevy. Let's see if he can do it. Oh man, and not what you want to see here. We had another driveline failure in one of these trucks. 187.53 going to be the final distance for him. That's going to bring up Adam Tice with the untamed Outlaw 76 Ford. Good running truck. He just put a new paint job on this truck recently. And I'll tell you what, it runs as good as it looks. This is one of the loudest big block engines in the class. Everybody covers their ears when this thing takes off. Here he goes. Screaming down through there, he's going to stop at 278.12. Going to be a very good run for that truck. He was turning a ton of RPM, spinning out hard at the end of the track, but just about 15 feet shy of the leader there. And that's going to bring up the rookie puller, Thomas Whiteford, with the Flirt and Disaster truck. Another square body Chevy rolling onto the track here. 2 hooks under his belt so far in 2023. Here's his third one here at Weakland's. Can he do it? He's going to be up there in that 270 range. A good running truck, no doubt about it, but not quite enough here tonight to creep into that top 5. 270.94. Let's watch the replay here. And that's going to bring up Slightly Twisted to Jim Hrapchak driving the truck here tonight. Art Williams a part of that team as well. These guys have been pulling this truck for over 10 years now. A former Power Pulling Productions champion. This is his first full season with the Appalachian Outlaws. Let's see if he can get a win here. And I think that's going to do it. That's going to get him in the top 5 for now. 281.39 going to be the distance for him there. And that was a really solid run for this truck. He went straight down the middle, tried veering off towards the left side just a little bit. And I think that's what did it there for him. But man, here's another good running truck. The Judgment Day truck. Rob Farrell behind the controls here today. Matt Mosier actually did the driving so far for the 2023 season, but Rob's going to get his first attempt behind the wheel of Judgment Day. Let's see what he can do here. The current number 2 truck in the points race for 2023. Here he goes. Man, and he gave that truck all she had, and that's going to be good enough for 282.27 and the number 3 spot so far tonight. A good pull nonetheless down there for the Judgment Day truck, and he was just hooking and booking down through there. Gave it all she had, actually ran out of power at the end, so man, that thing was hooked up and on a mission. Good enough for number 3. Next up is Jerry Mostoller with the Mistress truck. He hasn't had the greatest luck so far in 2023, but man, he is looking for that number 1 spot. Let's see what he can do. The green flag is out for the Mistress. Here he goes. A solid run put down, 275.41. Gonna be the final distance for him there. Got a little bit squirrely out through the 250-foot mark range. So that might have lost him a little bit of distance there. But that's going to get him in the top 8. And next up is Tracy Troy, a 1993 Chevy she calls Blue Past You. Last year she had an incredible season during the 2023 Big Block High Output run. Placed in the top 5 in points. This is always a consistent truck. Always gets down the track A to B. Let's see if she can continue to have some success here. And spinning out hard. That's going to stack her into the mix here. Let's get a result here. 278.56. We'll take a look at the replay, but a solid run put down for Blue Past You, Tracy Troy. Not a bad run at all, but that's going to bring up another lady driver in the class. This is Bobby Joe Duke with the Drivin' Miss Daisy truck. This truck's getting more popular every day on social media. Having a great 2023 season so far. She just had a big win in Bedford, Pennsylvania. Let's see if she can get the win here tonight. And spin it out hard. Let's see where that lands her.
Not too shabby, 282.
282.3. Gonna be good enough to get her in the top 5 so far. She drove that truck a little bit different than she's been driving all season long. That might have been the difference maker there because she ran a very similar line down the track. Her competitors built her that road to 282.3. And next up, this is arguably the top running truck in the division right now. He's been all over the East Coast, pulling in Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, you name it, he's pulled there. This is Gary Chambers with the Bandit. Already has a big win under his belt. Let's see if he can make this the second one. Here he goes. And spin it out hard, that's going to get him there. He's right there, 284.82. Going to be just shy of that second place spot here tonight, but a really good run. He had a ton of wheel speed going down the track, and when that thing got hooked up, he was going like a rocket ship out through there. But not quite enough here tonight for Gary Chambers with the Bandit. And next up, this is Scotty Kefir with the Misfit. A 1986 Chevy, one of the top running trucks coming out of southwestern Pennsylvania. He took a couple years off and he's back, and he is a force to be reckoned with. Here he goes. Not a bad run at all. That's going to get him up there with the rest of the pack here. We'll take a look at the replay and get you some results here for him. 281.11 going to be the distance for Scotty Kefir. We'll take a look at the replay here. Had a little bit of front end wheel shake, but man, when that stuff got settled down, that truck just took off like a rocket ship towards that leader cone. Not quite enough here tonight. And here he is. This is a fan favorite, William Campbell with the Scalded Dog truck. And you can see he has a little bit of a different thing going on for him. A big cow induction hood scoop, different tires on the front. He has those Nitto mud grapplers. Going to be his first test with these tires on the front. I don't believe anybody else has ran them so far tonight, so will this be the difference maker for him? Here he goes. And he's flying down through there, spinning out hard, 284.98. That's going to creep him in to the third place position here tonight. And wow, what a run put down. That's one of the better passes we've seen this truck make on the Appalachian Outlaws pulling circuit. Going to be good enough for number 3, William Campbell with the Scalded Dog. And here's Tyler Wright with the Shotgun Sally truck, a new truck for 2023 in this region of the country. But man, this truck is no stranger to the gas four-wheel drive truck pulling circuit. Pulling out here, let's see what he can do. And not a bad run for him. We'll take a look at your replay in just a moment, but he ran down the same line a lot of these trucks are running here tonight. Had a little bit of front end tire shake there towards the middle portion of his run. Lost a lot of traction for all of that, I would say, but man, that truck just sounds super healthy gunning out there for that leader tune, but ended short at 275.35.
275 and 3, 275.35.
So next up's going to be the Shilling family pulling team. Charlene Shilling with the disorderly conduct truck. Now these guys have been battling some issues here the past couple of pulls, trying to get this engine figured out, the whole setup as a whole. This is a new truck for 2023, still trying to work the bugs out. Let's see if tonight's the night for them. Here she goes, Charlene Shilling, disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct.
And man, not what you want to see. Something still wrong with that truck. 196.54 going to be the distance for her here tonight. And that's going to bring up Kyle Wright, another good-looking Ford here tonight. 1979 Ford F-250 from Summerhill, Pennsylvania. Let's see what he can do here. And a respectable run put down nonetheless. 256.36 gonna be the distance for him there. So a ways away from the leader cone and the pack here tonight, but got down there A to B and a good showing for his second pull ever behind the wheel of that truck there. And that's gonna bring up your last puller in the class, and if anybody's gonna do it, this is the guy right here, Carl Barnhart with the Midlife Crisis truck from Needmore, Pennsylvania. 291.28's the mark to beat. Here he goes. And flying down the track, he does it. 292.47, just edging out Mike Barr by about 1 foot and 2 inches. A monster pass put down, a ton of track speed, spinning out hard. There's going to be your winner, folks. And here's your results for the big block high output four-wheel drive division. As you can see, the top 8 trucks all within 10 feet of each other. Something you love to see, and a great showing for this class here tonight. And that's going to do it for tonight's show. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Support us in any way you can. We would really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll be back next week with a new episode of the Appalachian Outlaws Pulling Series.